in that fashion.
All right. Well.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense to me, yeah, and I think it's July now, but it'll be September before we know it, so we'll have to think about what the communication is going to say. I realize we just got out a letter just recently that will have to be a follow-up letter. I imagine to those.
Now, right?
What's that?
The addresses are in the computer now, right?
Yeah.
So we can,
Yeah.
that'll be easier now. It
Yeah.
took me a good solid day and night to get the addresses and things together, and I think it took you a good solid day or two to get the letters together.
Well, I still had to do a lot of the addresses too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of,
So that
3/4 of them there.
that was the big part of the work, I think, was
Oh,
getting
yeah.
them and getting them into a
But
format.
yeah, the
And I
latest,
think getting a second one out won't be as unwieldy.
yeah, it shouldn't, it shouldn't be that bad. And my next goal, actually, maybe it shouldn't be next, well, you mentioned federal and state, more state officials.
Well, I think federal are key. I can contact some of them, because I had to already
senators
for talks I've done previously.
Yeah.
If anyone knows someone specifically, that would be fine. Tell me now, that's great. I do know a few of the people already.
We're talking about our 2 senators and our 2 representatives.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then the state
Right.
reps and senators. We're not going to be able to hit every state rep and senator. It's just that's a long list.
Yeah.
We do need to invite the reps and senators right into this issue. And anyone who's had a function in it, like the president of the Senate, president of the House.
Right. The people who are going to stop this thing from happening are going to be our federal representatives.
They are.
Right.
And I think it's good to get their take on it. Other than, are they against it, but what will they do?
Right. I mean,
they're all what will
they do? Are they doing anything right now? Why is it on their website?
Well, already has been outspoken. John Kerry, when this whole thing with the scenic, was it Wild and Scenic River? And he was on that. He was mentioned as a. I think there was somebody else.
Well, even Scott.
Yeah. I would say.
Well, but once they have success, then they will claim the victory for it. But that does not. How much pushing was done behind the scenes by these people? I don't know.
And how much
can't say.
Right. I don't sense there's a lot because.
Well, I think this body will be a key meeting to get their commitment to defeating this.
Right.
And to learn that in not doing so, there are probably some repercussions from this end of the state anyway.
Definitely.
I would think.
I would think so.
So.
Well, that kind of goes to making it, goes to the topic of making an election issue as well, which we spoke about at the last meeting.
Right.
Yeah.
That's more on the local level.
For Patrick Kennedy's seat.
Yeah.
Well, I think for the governor's seat and the attorney general's seat too.
I think every incumbent has got to be concerned.
Yeah.
How secure they think they are. You know, this could be who wants to say that you were senator when this happened and you did nothing about it? That way your opposition, whoever's running against you, whenever you come up for election again, will maybe use that against you.
Exactly. No, I think this is gathering importance as a meeting. The councils I've met have seen that immediately, and I think they'll continue to. I don't think it's in question.
Any questions just from Milltown when you met with them? Anything of note?
None. It was a unanimous voice of support. It was more a question of, is this going to be a governmental group that's putting this together? And when they heard that, yes, it was, then they were in. And I think that was probably...
What a governmental group is?
Well, it is a gathering of the town council.
Right.
They wanted to make sure it wasn't anything that was independent.
Right.
That was their only question.
Okay.
But I think that was just a logistical question. But they saw the importance, and as I said, the one councilman even wrote a letter to the editor the following day.
Which newspaper is that?
Newport Daily News. Ed Silvera wrote it. It was a nice letter, very nice letter. It was in last Thursdays, I think. It was 2 days after I presented. So it was nice. It was sort of an affirmation that the point's being made and done. And I appreciate them joining it. So I'll shut up.
Well, we were talking about a follow-up meeting to the Congress of Councils meeting. Do we want to try and have it
I would
the day after, 2 days?
Well, I thought about that. I'm wondering if we shouldn't give it a week to percolate and then schedule something on Aquidneck. And I want to run this by town council, but I actually think we should look at Aquidneck Island and I'll talk to Evan Smith for, say, the Wednesday or Thursday after that. And that's probably after I get the speakers lined up, my next thing.
Okay. Well, I think that makes sense. The next day may be tough.
It'd be tough.
Do you think it's clear though, when you spoke to Middletown and Bristol, that they would be asked to do more than just show up at this meeting and wave their flags, but that they were...
Yes,
but
I think
in doing so, they are committed to, this Congress is a living body.
I think they're very committed to this.
Mm-hmm.
I got strong support. It wasn't even a question.
Okay.
And that was great to hear.
Yeah.
It's sort of nice to, as you're out there, standing in front of the mics, and not all that used to doing it, to hear some support. You were in Bristol, would you say? It was pretty strong support.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And Middletown was the same.
I wasn't in
It was
Bristol
the same reaction.
Yeah, we were very well received, as stated before, so, those places.
All right. So we'll think along here. We are meeting next Thursday, 7 p.m.
6:30. No, 7. Okay,
7 p.m.
No, we were talking about
At some point between now and then, Dick, you'll send this around so we can have an advanced look.
Try to do it tonight, if not
All right.
tomorrow.
Okay.
But I'd like to put some names with question marks to it.
All right.
Now,
And yes,
I'm sorry, should I be going ahead with more letters, getting some more letters put together? And wait till next Thursday to send them out, I'll just draft something. Letters to any other entities, the Save the Bay,
You know, I'll have,
or wait on that, or?
no, I think they need to go out and I'll have that. I've spoken with, we have some.
Sorry
we have some-
to sidetrack back into that, I just realized, I gotta figure out.
and what about, our federal friends?
Well, one of them lives in town.
Right.
But we still need to contact them.
Right.
Should we send a letter?
Well,
a letter to go out.
a letter will go out, I think needs to go out, and I think then also I'll make a few personal
Well, right.
calls to
Personal
chiefs of staff.
calls.
And what- if you know some, that's fine, I know some.
So I can go ahead and send those out to whoever we deem it appropriate, however I deem.
Do we want to have more, maybe in the letter, so maybe forget 4 or 5 more towns in that letter as a way of, we can say that actually not just 3 towns so far, but there are 6 towns that are signed up, and these are the speakers.
So wait.
Should we wait a week until maybe we have more of a commitment? Just a question, whether it makes it something that they would look at more seriously.
Well, in the letters itself, does that particular letter say that there are X amount of towns? I don't think it really does.
Yeah, I don't think it says who
Yeah.
said yes, who said no.
Right,